Hello, Brandon from Greyson Restoration. This is Joel from JND SEO, and I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can beat your competition online. And I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste mine, so I'm going to make this as quick as possible. If at the end of the video you want to hear more information, let's set up a 10-minute phone call. If not, I'm actually going to give you some free tips in the video, and you can go ahead and use those right on your site. So the first thing we'll talk about today is content. So as you can see, I'm on your home page here. And I just want to see about how many words of content. Now on these business pages, I know there's usually not as much. I don't know if you're a little bit limited on them. But you know, with your testimonials, you probably have a couple hundred words of content. And really, what Google kind of recommends is having about 1,500. And the reason that you want so much content is that, number one, the more content you have, the higher Google's going to rank you. But the second reason, and really the more important reason, is that the more content you have, the more keywords and keyword phrases you can put into that content. As an example, I've put in roofing, Greenville, North Carolina. And I put this in for 2 reasons. Number one, this search brings in really good volume. It's a good keyword or key phrase, but also it's exactly what new customers are going to search if they're looking for services in your area. First thing they're going to find, though, are these ads at the top of the page, companies paying to be seen first. After that, the second thing they're going to see is this map section, top 3 companies showing up here in the preview window, all based on citations. And that's just when you get your business name, address, and phone number all listed together into a directory site. These are sites like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Home Advisor, just to name a few. After that, we're going to see the organic section. We're going to get about 10 companies showing up, or 10 results, I should say, on each page here in this section. And that's pretty much true with any Google search that you'll do. And these show up based on Google's algorithm. 2 parts of that are content and keywords, and that we've already kind of talked about. And we can rank our key phrase, roofing, Greenville, North Carolina, based on the results. So number 1 would go to Better Business Bureau. 2 would go to Baker Roofing, 3 would go to Home Advisor. Now, obviously, Home Advisor and Better Business Bureau are both directory sites. All right, so Greyson Restoration. I've taken your website and I've put it into a program I use called Ahrefs. And what this does is it allows me to kind of analyze your site, right? So first thing I see, you guys don't have a header on your page. If you did, it would show up here above the web address. And I'll show you actually on the example site that I'm going to use after this. Then we dive into the numbers. Now, we don't really have a ton to show for the numbers because there's no data for these. And so I'll skip through. And then the keywords, that's like what we search, roofing, Greenville, North Carolina as an example. And then traffic is just the amount of visitors per month. So as you can see right now, we don't have any keywords and we have 0 visitors per month with your current business site that you guys have. So I want to jump over to Baker so I can show you guys kind of some examples here. So first thing we see, this is their header at the top. And it's just on the top of their homepage. So Baker Roofing Company, that's their name, obviously. Then we have a couple keywords, commercial residential roofing. Now, they have some pretty huge numbers, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Over 1,400 referring domains, sending them back 14,000 links. All that means is referring domains are sites that they have links on. When people click those links, it redirects them back to their page, Baker Roofing. So the 1,400 referring domains they have are sending back about 14,000 links. So there's about let's say there's about 10 per site here that they have, 10 links per site. They have about 5,000 keywords and they're getting almost double that in the volume back. So almost 10,000 visitors to their site per month. And if we look at the keywords, I'm going to talk about a few that I recommend and then a few that maybe I don't. So first off, we see their name, Baker Roofing. That's a good thing. It means people know who they are. And you can see they have huge volume on that, which tells me they either have multiple branches or Baker Roofing is just an extremely common name in the U.S. For other companies. So what we see, though, is that with all that volume, they're in the first position. And we know there's 10 results that show up per page. So if you want to be on the first page, you just have to be in the top 10. Being number 1, obviously the best you can do. It's going to give you the highest percentage of that volume. Next up, roofing company. This is one I don't recommend. The reason why, because it's a national term. There's no specific location attached to it. That's why there's such huge volume, and they are number 3 for it, but people that call that might be in California, they might be in Oregon, they might be in Montana, might not be able to help them. So it might be kind of a waste of a call. Now, what I recommend is for especially bringing in some new customers would be a term like this: Roofing, Durham, North Carolina, a service with a specific location that they service. 300 people do search that still, so still really good volume. And they are ranked number 2. So again, top 3, it's going to give them a pretty good percentage of that 300. And those are the keywords that I would recommend, the specific location ones. All right, so for you though, Brandon, what I would recommend, and depending on the limitation of the business site, probably, building out a new site, and putting in more content with that, building in those keywords right from the beginning, definitely getting some citations to get you in the map section. And, if we added, let's say, 3 to 5 keywords, we could reasonably expect that would bring about 100 visitors to your site through experience. And those 100 visitors would probably result in about, we'll call it 20 to 50 phone calls to your number. Normally I would just say 50, but I want to go on the low end, so I'm going to say 20. Let's say of those 20 calls, maybe 10 estimates come out of that. 50% is pretty good. And let's say of those 10 estimates, maybe if you land 40% of them, let's call it 4 deals, right? So that would be 1 per week. And if it's just about 20% and we do, let's just say 2, but very conservative, 2 deals a month, I mean, still a good little bump in income there, and bringing in some extra business for your company. Thank you for your time, Brendan. Really appreciate it. I'll give you a call in a day or so to ask for some feedback, and then you can tell me what you thought of the video. But thank you again, and have a great day.